Good afternoon. I would like to present our standing site architecture sculptures in the kingdom of Ayutthaya reflecting Thai perception on Indian Ayodhya and Ramayana. Well, the Indic Ramayana came to Thailand and were adopted by people of the early state or land, either the Buddhist or Hindu community. Before the emergence of the Thai kingdom, Sukhothai and Ayutthaya, the Ramayana had been widely known to people of the early state. The main temple site where the depictions of the Ramayana have been evident are Prasat Phimai in the Konrasasima province, northeast Thailand. This is the Vajrayana Buddhist temple in the 11th century, and the Prasat Phnom Buriram province, northeast Thailand as well, the Shaiva Hindu temple, 12th century. Well, we have seen the lintel from Prasat Phimai, the example of the Vajrayana Buddhist temple, depicting a scene of Kumbhakan, brother demon of Ravana, manifesting with his enlarged body by his magic and fighting with two monkey Rama truth. Generally, artists prefer to create a fantasy scene and a supernatural manifestations of the demon was the challenge to make an artwork. The lintels of the 12th century Hindu temple Prasat Phnom Rung depicting the scene of cutting nose and ear of Suparnaka by Lakshmana and abductions of Sita by Ravana, emphasizing the cause of long battle between the monkey army of Rama and the demon army of Ravana, was the lust of Ravana and his sister Suparnaka, and the love of Rama and Sita. The Indic Ramayana was known among Thai people of the Thai state. Firstly, in the kingdom of Sukhothai, the lower north regions of Thailand, names of the Ramayana heroes like Rama, Lakshmana have been recorded in the Sukhothai inscriptions in the 1392. However, they were regarded as heroic spirits, not divinities. Perception of Rama as a mythic hero handed down to the people of Sukhothai kingdom, 13th to 15th century. The name of a Sukhothai king Ram Khamhaeng and name of an important cave of the kingdom Param, shortened from Rama, have been recognized. Here in the picture, the mouth of which a cave called Param, located 32 kilometers from the capital city of Sukhothai, and it is statues of King Ram Khamhaeng the Great, created by the artists of the department. The Thai kingdom of Ayutthaya on the central plain of the Thailand, 1350 to 1767. As the name suggested, Ayutthaya derived from Ayodhya, the city of Rama in the Ramayana. A number of places, architectures, and artwork reflect Thai perceptions of the Indic Ramayana. These are exemplified by two early Buddhist temples of the capital city of Ayutthaya. Left is Wat Ayodhya, dated to the early 14th century before the founding of the capital city of Ayutthaya, situated on the southern bank of the river, opposite the modern city of Ayutthaya. But right is the Wat Pratram or Rama temple, situated in the central area of the city of Ayutthaya, dated to 1440. Well, this is an illustrated manuscript of the Ayutthaya kingdom, 17th century, depicting the European chief and two Indian merchants on board. It's peculiar that Rama is in the picture is a green complexions, and Lakshmana and Bharata, three heroes from the Ramayana, are on board the ship sailing to Ayutthaya, as if sailing back to Ayodhya. Well, we have a number of the Buddhist manuscript cabinet depicting scenes from Ramayana. The 17th century gilded lacquer cabinet depicting the fighting scene between Bali and the buffalo demons is regarded as one of the highest skill of artistic work of Ayutthaya. It is exhibited in the National Museum, Bangkok. King Narai of Ayutthaya, one of the king reigned 1656 to 1688, whose name derived from an epithet of Lord Vishnu, establishes Lopburi or Lawapura to be the second capital and ordered to build his residence and palace, where he has spent almost his life here until the end of his time. It said that the king believed in a strong power of Lawapura, the capital of the ancient kingdom in the 7th to 12th century, and some sacred places in the area of the Lopburi city. Well, it is two sacred places in the area of the city of Lopburi or Lawapura. Left is Sapaya mountain, believed to be a place of which a medical herbal to cure Wooden Lakshmana is available, and Hanuman moves the mouthpiece to the battlefield. The strong belief has handed down to the present local, therefore a huge statue of Hanuman was installed atop of the 20th century. Right in the reservoirs called Thale Chupson, literally lagoon for ablutions, the arrow of Rama. It is believed that Rama came at the place for sacred water to make his arrow to be a magic and holy wand. Well, the Indic Ramayana influence was at its zenith in the reign of King Rama I, the first king of the Bengal period. The king himself and his royal poet composes the Ramakien in 1798, based on the Indic Ramayana, especially the Valmiki Ramayana. Afterwards, the Ramakien has been the most important source of artistic inspiration in Thailand. Left in the pocket of the King Rama I, and right is Muran painting, depicting King Rama and his royal poets composing the Ramakien. This is a two visual arts, painting and carving, at Po Temple, Bangkok, depicting the same scene, abduction of Sita, with Rama wife, by the demon king Ravana, from the Ramakien, the 19th century. Well, this is a scene from Ramakien, a Ravana general of demon who enlarges his body with his magic power and tries to its monkey soldier of Rama. This is a depiction of the gilt-lacquered screen, regarded as a masterpiece of the 19th century lacquer work. Well, in this picture we have seen the Indrajit, son of Ravana, who magically disguises himself to be Indra riding the three-headed elephant and fighting with Hanuman and Rama. Well, these are rare carved miniatures, figurines, by the royal artists of the Palace of France, depicting a scene of the battle, based on the Ramakien. Rama is lamenting the wounding Lakshmana on the chariot, exhibited at the National Museum. The Muran painting depicting an aspect of Amara, the evil one who attacked Lord Buddha during his enlightened meditation, was replaced by the 10-headed and 20-armed Ravana, the king of demons in the Ramakien. Well, in this connection, see the next slide. The last fighting between Ravana and Rama. This is the masterpiece painting at Sutat Temple, Bangkok, 18th century. Why did the Thai artist paint the two fighters in the same color and almost the same decorations that made them have little difference? The answer is to denote that a head features that makes Rama, the good man, distinguishable from that of Ravana with multiple heads. That is to see only a head with wholesome thought brain is able to subdue the multiple heads, but with a brain of ignorance. The Muran painting at the Emerald Buddha Temple, Bangkok, 18th to 20th century, open every day to public to learn the Ramakien through illustration. Hanuman enlarges his body, served as a bridge for crossing the sea of the Bharata's troops after the ending of the battle in Lanka Island, and to be going back to Ayodhya. Difference from the Indic Ramayana, the Thai Ramakien, Sita, in Thai called Sida, was brought back to her husband, Rama, and be with him by the help of God Ishvara or Shiva, and live happily for whole life. The scene of the remarriage of Sita and Rama, organized by God Shiva at Ayodhya. This is a Muran paintings of the Imran Buddha in the 18th to 20th century in the Grand Palace, Bangkok. In the Ramakien, King Rama I finally philosophically stated that the Ramakien is only a myth or a fable. It's just a story for performing drama or a celebration. Thus, nothing to be true. Don't be cling to it. To think that all these are impermanent, as well as oneself body does not last forever. The King Rama I's successor is his son, King Rama II, who are artists. The masterpiece of typically Thai artistic work, based on the Ramakien, was created in his reign. The early 19th century, Hanuman's corn mask with mother of pearl inlay and puppet head of Rama and Lakshman are work of King Rama II himself. Well, we discussed in several slides about the artwork related to the high-class practice. How did Thai layperson participated in the Thai version of the Ramayana? This can be learned from the mural painting in the temple near the birthplace of King Rama II, the depiction of Khon performance, based on the Ramayana attended by layperson in the upcountry. Mural painting at the ordination hall of the Amphawan temple depicting the shadow puppetry performance in the realm of King Rama II, early 19th century. The left picture is very interesting. It's a shy Thai shadow puppet, 19th century, depicting Valmiki sitting in his hermitage. Wow, Thai Logan assigned a daily mission to Hanuman by using a spotlight to lighten the Buddhist temple every night. This is a temporary visual art created by Logan people, reflecting the Ramakian influence and Logan perception. This is at Wat Thalung Temple, Pichit Province, Lower North region of Thailand, 21st century. Well, this is the end of my talk. Thank you very much for your attention. For more information and sharing ideas, comment, data, please kindly access to my email address below. Thank you very much.